Yeah, okay. Any views expressed are the opinion of the guest. It's not a representation because the programming reflects that Politickin with 4 eyes. It's really no competition. Suffocating with the dope. You know I be twisting. Real ninjas out in the field. Now we cotton picking. Not to mention our intention to cover topics and many of the subjects. I got more lines than the deli at the Publix. With King Pharaoh, PoPolitickin, I'm pistol whipping. Rappers jeopardizing hip-hop position, my opposition, intuition, prediction like writers on The Simpsons. To witness the glimpses from higher up dimensions, my bitches be fighting gremlins like Phoebe Cakes. Let me cook, stovetop oven, easy bakes. Hydroponic with them seaweed flakes. Yeah, these rappers started from the bottom, power bottom. TD Jakes, unfollowed, talking about have you ever been swallowed? Regardless of race, color, or creed, you get Apollo'd. We politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'. This for the politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'.
All right, welcome back to PoPolitickin, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. 1212 on Place to Be with Big Dese and Confidence. How y'all doing?
Chilling.
How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I listen to the music, like it, man. It's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
Okay, before I say what kind of caught my attention the most, because at first I was like, I saw Kumo D's and I was like, okay, Kumo D, I like Kumo D. But then I saw all your other album covers. I was like, okay, he got like a little throwback 80s vibe going on. I saw the Andrew Dice Clay, Roger Dangerfield. So I was like, all right. And I saw the Artest too. So I was like, well, I don't think it's all 80s. It's just a little throwback stuff, though.
Yeah, kind of do a lot of them with a play on the name. You know what I mean? Like Andrew Dice Clay and. You know. And
I was even looking at Confidence shirt. Like he got both of y'all got some throwback shirts on. Like you got the old New England logo. Yeah. You got a 36 Chamber shirt.
You got to represent.
Right. So are both of y'all from Boston?
Yeah, Mass.
Well, yeah, right outside of Boston. He's from Philly originally. Confidence.
That's right.
I'm in San Diego County right now. I've been out here for a while though.
Out in Cali?
20 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. Okay. Where you from originally?
Mississippi.
Okay.
South. But I've been out here so long. Shit, I'm like half and half. I've been out here longer than I've been in Mississippi, so I guess I don't know what that means now. Because I came out here when I was 18, but I've been out here like 25 years. So does that mean I'm Californian now, or what does that mean?
Pretty much,
yeah. I'm not like true California because I wasn't raised here, so I don't even know what to say. But I like it out here. Like I'm kind of probably like 10 minutes from the ocean, so it ain't that bad.
You can't beat that.
So how did y'all end up? I guess I just want to talk about. Can each one of you kind of discuss your backgrounds a little bit and let the fans know how y'all got involved with music?
Oh, geez. What about you?
I started. I think I wrote my first rhyme in high school because my boys were rapping first, and basically I was doing it on the low because I don't want to be whacked the first time I spit for them. So it took about a year and a half till I really wanted to do something with it, and then I started battling. I did all like the freestyle battles, like even way before like 8 Mile, and then actually the dude who beat me in a battle, I battled him again. I beat him, and then we formed a group together, and we did a bunch of shows in the Boston area, and I was back and forth between battling and live shows, stuff like that, making music. And I've been doing this since the early 2000s.
Yeah, I read that over 20 years. What made you so who's your influences?
so many people. I mean, you know, I think Wu-Tang Forever, like obviously the first Wu-Tang, but like Wu-Tang Forever was like a CD in my high school that, you know, made everybody want to rap. And then like the Lyricist Lounge, that first CD, that was big in my high school. But I mean, like Big L is one of my favorite rappers. Sean Price. I mean, there's so many. Jay-Z.
What about you, Confidence?
Well, it's funny. I'd say the earliest form of like getting to the music was really started with DJing. My brother started DJing when we were maybe like sophomores in high school, and I was like trying to do it with him. You know, he was like a natural. It was like effortless for him. I don't know how, but for me, like I was like, all right. And then he started making beats. He got like a little Gemini sampler, and he started making beats. And like one night, I was in my room and I heard the music, and I was like, "Why? How did you do that? How did you make that?" I wasn't even like paying attention, which is surprising because, you know, we're brothers, so like I always knew what he was doing. But as soon as I heard those beats, I was like, all right, man, fuck the turntable. I need to get into that. So that's when I got my first. And then we started collaborating together with the sampler, and then 2001 I got an MPC, and you know, doing it like full time from that point.
And then how did y'all end up meeting up, linking up?
It's basically
well, it's kind of funny, right? I got.
You can
I was
tell.
gonna say, I got. Yeah, then you know added any extra info,
right.
but you know I got the MPC in 2001, and then 3 years later, Dese and I met through a friend of ours, Jay Farah, and all three of us started working on an album at that point, and we also started, you know. Jay Farah was still rhyming a little bit at that point. They went to school together, and like Dese like kind of inspired me to like kind of get back into like this like sort of rhyming. Like I didn't really do it, but like I would mess around. But we would have like little sessions where we would like freestyle as well, and then work on music. So we've kind of always been there on and off over the years, and you know, until now, more or less. What did I miss anything, Dese?
No, I mean, pretty much. Our boy Jay Farah was a mutual friend, and I remember like Jay Farah had a beat CD of Confidences, and our other boy, my boy Nick, he was playing it in the car. And I remember before I even met Confidence, I was like, wow, who are these beats? And I was like, I gotta get up with this dude and do a track. And then, you know, a couple months later, I ended up meeting him, and you know, we laid something down in the studio.
So what? How many projects have y'all put out together?
This one's the second, but the first one in 2004. I was trying to drop it in 2004, kind of like my boy Jay Farah is such a perfectionist that the shit never really came out, and then they put it out in 2018, but that joint was at least 15 years old, you know.
Well, what took y'all so long between the
2019?
Yeah, I'm saying what took so long between the first and the second?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Confidence. I'd say even more so Jay Farah. I mean, they're both perfectionists, so they were just taking their time mixing it, and I was like, let's get this thing out. And then next thing you know, I don't know, it just never came out. I ended up forming a group, putting out a couple albums with them, and that thing resurfaced 15 years later on vinyl and everything.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, dope.
Because
it still sounded good like all those years later.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because y'all was saying y'all both kind of y'all started like early 2000s. So how y'all feel about the changes that's been in the game from early 2000s till 2025.
Changes. Yeah, everything changes, unfortunately. You know,
Yeah.
nothing lasts forever. And,
I'm not.
this music's still out there. It's just on a smaller scale.
Yeah. I don't stay in tune with like I don't stay in tune with like the latest stuff really. I mean, most of the stuff I bump is like from that era. You know what I mean? Like I do listen to the spitters that of this day and age. But I mean, I'm not with the trendy music. I kind of stuck in the past. You know what I mean? I just do what I do.
Stuck in the 90s.
Still.
Can y'all discuss y'all creative process when y'all created the new album, Kumo Dese?
Okay, yeah, it's funny because we were doing a interview last week, and the dude started going on about how he loves how people get up in the studio together. He assumed that we recorded this in the studio together. I mean, and the truth is, I mean, Confidence hit me up. He's like, "Yo, we should bang out a single." Sent me the beat. Yeah, I probably knocked it out like the next day, and then it sounded dope, and then
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, let's get this to like an album." So he kept sending beats, maybe like one a week, and I just be sending the song back a couple of days later, and next thing you know, we had we have 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I mean, it's not like these were like, I don't know about these. You know, some people are like more like, and I'm not saying like I got the best beats, but like some people are more particular. These is like, all right, let's do it. That one. Like, so it was great because we both kind of work fast. You know what I mean? So like this didn't take like years to do, which was also a good thing. You know, really able to bang it out, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of trust. Like he probably trusts you, so he probably know whatever you saying is probably cool. He's just gonna get on it.
Anything he's sending me is quality. I know that, and he's actually, I say, of all the producers I work with, he's like the one, like I say he's the pickiest. Like usually I'll send a track to like back to like a producer, and they'll be like, "Oh, that shit's fire," you know. And like he usually says that, but I mean, it was like the first time he's like, "Yo, we got to redo this joint," you know, just not the right fit. But I like that, you know what I mean?
And then I want to know, so what is like far as success in the music industry, what does it look like to you, to both of you?
Say that again.
I said, how would you define success in the music industry?
I think I would say there's two parts to it. One is obviously monetary, seeing making some money, and then I'd say the other is like just even like a small fan base, respecting it, like people excited when you're about to drop an album. I mean, obviously the main goal, I think, we do this for the love, but it's always nice to see some money, at the end of it. But I mean, I haven't been successful. I don't, in my own opinion, on a high scale like that monetarily.
We think,
yeah, well, like we've both been putting a lot of work over the years, and I think with the online presence, you got to be consistent, which people have been doing. You got to try to make the right connections, make a little money here. But I think at the end of the day, it's also like leaving your mark where like somebody can find your music like years later and it still sounds good, it's still relevant. And
yeah, that's true. It might not
like that's what I like.
Yeah, might not be successful right away, but like, I mean, like 10 years from now, your kids might go back and listen to your catalog. Like, all right, the old man was snapping on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I kind of look at it like how you saying you don't see like you successful at the same time. I look at it like art sometimes. So sometimes it's like they're not getting it now, but like you said, 10 years from now, they go back like, yeah, I was asleep. What the fuck was going on? I didn't So I feel sometimes it's like you got to just if you're an artist and you're a creator, you just got to put it out there, and then people, just, if you get, if you're really good at it, it's gonna come eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people quit before like something like really good happens. You know what I mean? But like, I think luckily with both of us, we're like, this is like what we like to do. So it's like we're gonna keep making music regardless. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I was gonna say this kind of like I was gonna say too. So what do you want the people to know about you? The listeners.
I mean, I'm just a regular guy. You know what I mean? I mean, I try to. I mean, most of my shit's humorous. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a good time, make people laugh, and then I mean, I do got like another project, the No Respect, the Rodney Dangerfield. That's more like for the everyday guy, like you know what I mean, just going through it. Like that's more like self-deprecation. So I don't know. I just want people to know I'm nice. You know what I mean? That's why I do it.
Yeah, I mean that's a big one. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just kind of like I want people to know that what I really like, and I've heard occasionally, is that I have a sound, and that people know my sound, and that they know it's me. And I kind of like that because it's like you put enough work, you're consistent with the sound. You don't really deviate too much. I mean, you do, but enough where people can recognize who you are. Because of what you do and your consistency. I think for me that's what I kind of want to sort of, I don't know, be remembered or continue to be recognized as the years progress.
Right.
And how would you describe your sound?
Shoot, my sound. Well, my sound really is like a smooth with a little twist of ruggedness to it. That's really my sound overall. Without peeling the onion back too much on the surface, that's my sound.
And then I was gonna say, so you a producer and a DJ, right?
I mean, yeah, I can like
He did all the cuts on the album, so I mean, he's nice with it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, my brother's roots have come out to me, like that foundation, and plus listening to others over the years, and then it's kind of like sampling, like beat making. You just take what you like, and then when you try it, you're gonna change it up a little bit with your style, and then make it all one. So it's kind of like that's what I do with the music as well.
Yeah, it's kind of one of my next questions. I'm gonna say, so which artists do you feel influence your style the most?
Well, I'm really I'm really a hybrid. Like if I strip down like different influences growing up, I think just looking at the top two most prominent producers on the East Coast, really in my childhood, was Pete Rock and Premier.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm a hybrid of both of them. I tended to gravitate more towards Pete Rock in the earlier years because of that jazzy sound and with a little bit of that soul, especially after Mecca. But then, man, that Premier sound just really like took me to different like places after that. Not like definitely with Gangstar, but when he was doing Moment of Truth and then a lot of other like solo acts, singles and stuff, because like he was taking the music and doing things with it that you could be free to do whatever you want with it at that point, make your own sound, your own groove with it. And everyone has an evolution, and my evolution kind of lined up with that. Like, man, well, I want to create like that because I want to dictate what I want the music to do. I don't want the music to dictate what I do. So I'm a fusion of the two with my own sound kind of wrapped in between.
Was you big?
You say me?
Yeah. What about you? Yeah.
I say I say the sound like that really influenced me the most, like radio freestyles, like whether it be like Big L, whether it be like uh, you know, Crooked Eye, Chino XL, like early Eminem, like just like I like when an MC like gets on the mic and says some shit and like gets a big reaction. Like I I like just like clever stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And then the confidence, I want to ask you something. So you mentioned DJ Premier, and then I was thinking of like how like the newer artists. So I was thinking about Nas and how Nas worked with Hit Boy, and that kind of gave him a whole new, run. Like, what do you think about that, or older artists doing that?
Well, I think it's kind of like maybe like a chess move. I mean, it was good for him because that's how he wanted to still make music, but he wanted to be relevant, appeal to probably a younger audience than his traditional audience,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to give his flair to it, while the music gave the flair to the generation today, more or less, and people, it was well received. And he did more. What he did, 2 albums with him, maybe 3. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
2, 3 albums. Yeah.
So it's like he sort of continued to stay relevant and paved a different lane, but it was still him. But the music, he was adapting to the music, not like his he wasn't changing who he was. So it kind of all worked out for him. It was a good move.
Mm. And then what do y'all like to do outside of music?
Just music.
I'll tell you what I don't like to do is go to work, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because all he does is work.
if I
Well, I don't
got
like to work, but I like money, so I like to work
yeah.
and things like
If
that.
I on my weekend, like there's I like to play basketball. Like I'm still playing. Like I gotta play at least once on the weekend, and then like once during the week. Like I don't look like it, but I still run a lot of ball half
So
court.
at first I was like, I don't want to say this because they might get mad and cuss me out. But since you brought it up, what you think about the Celtics?
Mm.
It wasn't our year, you know what I mean? It's tough to win 2 in a row now.
Yeah.
I mean, even if Tatum didn't get hurt, I don't think we would have won that game. To be honest.
Yeah, did y'all hear about how they're blaming the because we getting a lot of Achilles tears, and they're saying it's because they wearing the low top shoes.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
That's kind of like, I mean, I know you say you play
That's
ball,
some-
but I
that's something
never
like.
thought about, why would you do that?
I think that's something though. Like I don't know if like I forget who said that, but I know it was like an old head, and it's like I don't know if they know what
It
they're
was like
talking.
Oakley. It was Oakley.
It was Oakley, so he's old. That's like your dad telling you like don't go outside without a coat. You're gonna catch a cold. Like, that's like old wives' tale. You don't know for sure it was the
I
low
think
tops.
the high tops do put a little more security on your ankles
They,
from that.
they
I
might,
think
but some. I mean, he also played like undisputably more like the last season. Never missed a game, and then he played the Olympics. Like he got some wear and tear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
even I
Sure.
think Kobe had on some low tops when he tore
He
his.
did, yeah. He
Yeah,
did.
so I don't know. It seemed like all of them, like we ain't seeing nobody with high tops tearing. It's all people
Yeah.
wearing the low
How,
tops.
yeah, but we got to look back in the day in the 80s when they were all wearing high tops and see how many Achilles
Yeah.
injuries there were. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
remember
there was. I don't know.
Dominique for his.
Yeah, okay. And he had the high top pumps.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So,
yep.
yeah.
I don't know. What's your go-to move on the court?
I shoot threes, believe it or not, but when I'm streaky, like I could hit like 5 in a row, and then I could get cold. If it gets cold, I just back them down. They got 270 pounds, you know what I mean?
What's up?
So
And
I got
then
the little Dirk fade. The only thing I'm not good at is I'm just not athletic. Like I never could dunk, you know what I mean? But I can.
I was reading about you talking about Dirk, but I was reading about I forgot about him, and he reminded me. You remember Drazen Petrovic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
said he was a baller, but I was reading he got like in a he was dating this girl, and the girl was a basketball player too, but they
Yeah.
got in a car accident. It was raining. He died like that. But the girl lives. So I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
there.
I was watching the podcast with I think it was like Cedric Maxwell and Reggie Miller were on, and they were talking about him, and they were
Yeah.
saying what a good shooter he was, but they were saying his secret weapon was like he never showered. He had like the worst body odor. Like you didn't even want to go near him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Then Confidence, you said you just stay with the music most of the time. Or what you do outside of music?
Yeah, most of the time. My sport, I play pool, so I mean that's my sport.
You be like hustling pool or like on ESPN pool?
Yeah,
like billiards. They call that billiards. You do billiards or you do a pool?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like the official term, but yeah, like 9-ball, 8-ball straight, different games like that. That's like what I do on the side, and then music. I've been trying to come up with some ideas for some business opportunities, but that's more like in my head, stuff online. But that's like my entrepreneur side. I'm trying to blossom. But outside of that, it's pretty much just music and pool.
So you know how to can you like hit the do the one hit and make all the balls go in? You know how to do that?
One hand and make all the balls go
No,
in?
it's like I forgot what they call it, but you know how when you rack them all up and they're all right there and you just hit it and can you make all the balls go in off that one hit?
No.
It's like the very first hit in the game. Yeah, you know how people they be showing that shit on TV where people know how to make all the balls go in and shit. You be like, yeah.
It's like impossible. I mean, that can't really be done.
They used to show it a lot on TV, but I haven't seen it lately. But I remember back in the day they used to show it a lot.
Yeah. That's got to be master level right there.
Yeah, are you talking? How many balls are we talking on the table?
Shit, the whole little you know how they make the little triangle and it be all the balls in there? What's that, like 9 balls? Yeah, 9 balls. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I've seen them do some trick shots like that.
Yeah. I remember it was one I used to watch on ESPN, but I remember they had like Asian girl. I think they was like the lady killer or something, and she used to be kicking ass on the pool and a guy. Like I said, they don't show it no more. Yeah, they don't show it no more. I used to watch it though.
Yeah.
So
then
I
don't do that, unfortunately. I'm not that good.
All right. And then do y'all have any favorite foods, favorite meals?
I mean, who doesn't love pizza? You know? we got good pizza over on the East Coast. I'm Italian, so pizza, macaroni, all that stuff.
Yeah, he likes to post his meals. He goes out and gets some fine dining. I've seen. I'm a little jealous at times.
Yeah,
I'd like to be one of his kids so I can enjoy.
Hey, they got on the. We went to the steakhouse the other night. They both got in an honors math next year, so we balled up for got some ribeyes.
Nice.
Would you like to eat, Confidence?
Well, I think these can relate. He's forgetting about his roots a little bit, and I think I'm going to bring him back to it, because if we strip out all the nice meals, like the steaks and some of the pasta dishes, my go-to, and there's probably nothing better than a cold chicken cutlet.
How about no? I mean, chicken cutlet, you can't go wrong, but why cold though?
A chicken what?
A chicken cutlet.
What is that?
Man, look at that, huh? We gotta explain what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
it's a thin piece of chicken breaded and fried.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, that was.
You ever have like chicken parmesan?
Yeah.
So it just be like that without like the sauce on and the cheese on it.
Oh, but thinner though, because sometimes chicken pie they don't make it. They don't like pound it.
Yeah, because I know we got country fried steak, but that's not country fried steak that you naming, right?
No, chicken cutlet. It's a cutlet, and I mean that, like I like them cold because they taste better cold than they do when they're cooked. I don't know what it is. So I thought you might be able to relate to that a little bit.
So you just like to cook it, then let it sit in the refrigerator and then eat it?
So like I'll eat it hot, but like when there's leftovers,
then the next day you take it to work, right?
Yeah. Oh man, they're so good. I mean, obviously it's not crispy, but still, like it's just there's something about it.
Right.
But that's like a nice go-to.
And then I'm not talking about no alcohol in them, but what do y'all like to drink?
I'm drinking beers right now. I like the IPAs, but I like Scotch. I like everything. Margaritas.
Wow.
Yeah. I like wine too.
Yeah, but outside of alcohol, what else you like to
Oh,
drink?
outside of alcohol.
Yeah,
My bad.
Like shit.
that's cool.
I probably, you know what? When I'm not drinking, I try to hydrate. So I'll probably just drinking water.
What kind? I be trying to get the details. Like, what kind of water
Yeah,
you drink?
just some Poland Spring.
Okay,
Oh, that's spring.
Yeah.
that's what you drink too. You just like drinking
Also,
water.
I'm also big on coffee. I could drink 3 cups a day.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it's like crazy out here, bro. It's like coffee shops like right across the street from each other. You're like, damn, why is it that close?
Yeah.
Like right there, it's like right across the street. It's like, damn,
Yeah.
the coffee
Yeah.
be like $10. I'm like, people pay $10 for coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's just like a
Yeah.
terrible taste to me. But coffee is booming out here. Like if I did drink coffee, I'll be spending a lot of money.
You got your choices for that. Yeah.
Then coffee, which you like just water too.
I drink a lot of water. Yeah. I don't really drink alcohol unless it's like a social thing. Certain meals require a nice soda. I like cherry. Like I like black cherry. That's probably my favorite, black cherry soda.
Yeah, I'm getting. Well, actually, I was kind of happy because I do the same thing that I was reading that Brady does it because they were saying I guess Caleb Williams gonna do the Brady that TB 12 diet, but they said the first thing Brady drinks in the morning is water with electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
I like drink. I don't know if I'm getting old. I just like water can't do it for me sometimes. Like sometimes I need some electrolytes, so I like drinking.
Yeah.
Well, they say
water
that's
with
good.
electrolytes.
Yeah.
That's how I'm getting old, bro. Like I mean, I like to drink. I mean, I used to drink a lot, but now I don't be drinking like that. But I really like drinking water. But like I said, it seems like water ain't enough sometimes. Because sometimes you drink water and you still be kind of like your mouth be still kind of dry. You be like, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the soda. Like, man, I be trying to stay away from the soda, but sometimes I need the soda, but I try to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I like a nice root beer.
Yeah.
There we go.
I know they be having the root beer with the ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Root beer float.
So we we're almost done. We're gonna do rapid fire. So I'm gonna say some names. Y'all just tell me what y'all think. Y'all ready?
All right, Dese, go ahead. I gotta prepare.
We're gonna do Nas or Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
I know Nas is the real hip hop answer, but I'll say Jay-Z.
Are we gonna go like 1-1 and then
You can go
Y'all
too.
go
You go ahead.
yeah, both of y'all go.
I'll go with Nas.
Okay. Studio or stage?
Studio or stage?
I'd say, for me, it's studio right now, but back in the day, it was a stage.
Studio.
Okay. And then what's your favorite spot in Massachusetts to eat? Favorite food spot?
Oh shit.
Jeez. I might have to say Santapio's Pizza.
God, yeah, that's a good one.
There's so many.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if I have like a favorite. Excuse me. I mean, shit. I mean, I would put Santapio's on there any day of the week.
Okay. And then give us
like Santapio's better than Regina. Those like the two big dogs.
Yeah, well, I've never had the Regina in the North End, but I've had Santapio.
I love them both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they probably are neck and neck.
Yeah.
Then give me your not necessarily your verse, but just give me your best favorite verse of all time.
This is easy for me. The Big L 98 freestyle. I love that verse.
Oh shit! Damn, right off the top, huh?
Yeah, I love that. I love that verse.
He taught you how to do the verse.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, my favorite verse. What was it, Paul?
Your favorite verse of all time.
Oh my god! What kind of question is this? How did you answer that so quickly?
I know he was ready.
I got that on so many playlists. I just I made sure my kids know that.
Oh wow, yeah, right. Something lights. All right, I'm gonna go a little untraditional with this, and shit, I gotta think. It wasn't on an album; it was on a mixtape, and it was Keith Murray on. Oh my god, it's been so. I used to listen to it so much. I can't remember.
Tony Touch or something.
It's either Tony Touch or Doo Wop.
All right, we'll take it though.
Yeah, and that's gonna be mine. I can't remember.
And not exactly rapid fire, but don't.
Yeah, not that one. That was a tough one.
And give us your dream collaboration. They can be dead or alive.
I'd say maybe for me, Redman. If not DJ Premier, you know, from the beat, but just rhyming would be Redman.
So Redman, DJ Premier.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I'm gonna go with Ali Vegas.
Ooh.
That's a throwback name. Why you say him?
Well, I just think our styles would mesh really good, like on the smoother vibe. And like, I just always love like how he rhymed and his progression of rhyming. You know, with being kind of removed from like the Nas comparisons. But even back then, like I just always felt like he was on like another level in his voice, and it was just like real smooth. And I just think it'd be a good blend between us.
Is he still making music?
He is.
Wow, I gotta catch up with him. I haven't heard from him. I didn't even know that was like, you know how you just say a name, like, whoa.
Yeah, but for the past.
I think you can make that collab happen pretty easier than I can make mine.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it though. I thought I was chipping away at it, but I kind of.
And then who's the most underrated rapper right now? And then you can say, if you want to say producer, you go producer. It's up to you, or you want to stick to rapper.
I'm gonna say right now, my man Oak on my album, but I'm gonna say all time. This is one of my. He had 2 verses, and he was on Redman's album, Icarus, also Icta Dawn. You look up those 2 Icarus verses; they're also like 2 of my favorite verses. And then I can't even find music from that dude. But
what's his name?
He went as Icarus, and then also Icta Dawn. So like,
wow.
But he was on. I want to say the Malpractice Redman. He rolled around with Redman, but he never dropped like a solo or nothing. But absolutely murders his verses.
That's kind of like the Representatives Black Boot Camp. I don't know if you remember them. Do you remember that name? That group? There was 2 dudes.
I remember the name. They
kind of like splashed in and out real quick too, like that. Like, I think they had an album, but it was like nowhere near like when they were doing like guest features. I'm gonna go with underrated producer K-Def.
Okay.
Why you say him?
Because I don't think he gets like the full recognition for the work he did back in like the early mid 90s. I mean, he did some classic projects and he did some classic guest production on albums like The Youngsters, K-Def and Larry O. I mean, that Youngsters alone solidified him in my top 5 just off of that album alone. The production was so good; it was next level. And then K-Def and Larry O just was like icing on the cake. And I mean, I just feel like, I mean, obviously he did like what was it, Underground too, Funky Child and all that, but that was like the introduction. But you know, I don't feel like he gets enough credit.
No, I was I didn't know the one guy. I don't know if y'all ever saw House Party Part 2.
A long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago, yeah.
Well, I didn't know the guy that was playing. It was like white guy. He was playing like he was acting like he was like into African studies. But I didn't know he was in a group back in the day, and the group was called like Young Black Teachers or something. But it was like all white guys, and it was a group called Young Black Teachers. And I was like, where did this come from? But I got the Yo MTV rap card, so I saw him on the card. I was like, where does this group come from? But I was like, that shit's funny to me.
Young, Gifted, and Black.
Yeah, I was like, where?
And they were white. Yeah, I always remember they were on a talk show like years ago. I was like, wow, like you never see like a rap group on a daytime talk show. They were on one. It's pretty crazy. And then
the guy was on House Party 2, the main guy, the main rapper. His name was Jamal on House Party 2. That's how I knew him. I didn't know he was in the group. I was like, oh, but he was in the group? Like, all right. Yeah. So hold on, I got a couple more questions for the rapid fire and we'll be done. All right, so vinyl or streaming?
I say vinyl because I mean, anyone can stream, but I mean, streaming gets out to more people. But to be on vinyl, I think it's a privilege. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's a piece of work. You're always gonna have the internet crashes. You're gonna have that vinyl.
And we are waiting for the vinyl for the Kumo Dese album. So, and like you said, I mean, you have that, like you pass that down to your kids. Like, when your kids are older and maybe you're not around, like they could look at that and be like, wow, like my dad was really doing stuff,
To show the grandchildren.
I made me a couple songs. I made a vinyl for me.
Okay.
It's like shit. It's only 2 copies. I got 2 or 2.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
I'm on some Wu-Tang shit. Yeah, I'm on some Wu-Tang shit. I got my whole album. Nobody got it. Shit, no.
There you go.
I would say, and then what's the first album you bought with your own money?
Mine was the Low End Theory. I bought the cassette tape, like I think 3rd grade.
I can't remember this. Guy's got a memory like you've never seen before. 3rd grade? What store was it?
It was actually, you know what it was? Ann and Hope, in the Ann and Hope Mall there. They used to carry like cassettes up in
What made you buy that one?
What's that?
What made you buy the cassette Tribe album? What made you buy that
Because
one?
I saw Yo TV Raps, the Scenario song, and then I was like, yo, this dude. I love Tribe Called Quest back. I mean, still, but I mean, especially back then.
Yeah. Wow. 3rd grade? I mean, 5th grade, 6th
Oh, just
grade?
say the first album you remember buying.
All right, it's gonna be. Fuck, dude, I can't remember. Wait, no, there's some dude let me borrow 2 tapes, but I didn't buy those. I think the first album I got was that I remember. I can't remember because I want to go back. I want to be like in elementary school too. You know what
You
I'm
say
saying?
you don't drink. You smoking trees over there? You have a memory.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm like keep like extending my timeline, and I want to go back. Hopefully you can edit some of this so no one needs to listen. Yeah, because I do want to give you an answer. I appreciate you bearing with me. 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. All right, I can't remember specifically, but I'm going to go with the UMCs. The UMCs.
Okay. What you liked about their album?
Man, they had a single called Blue Cheese, and it was like, I guess on MTV and wherever else, and they were just like different, man. Back then everybody was different coming out with albums, and it was like just like fun, feel good music. And I mean, they had like the production was really good on that album. Like they had One to Grow On as another single, Blue Cheese, and then they had the album, and like almost every track was good, And
shout out to Haas G. I had him on the I interviewed him before. Yeah, he's cool.
Haas G and Cool Kim, man. I follow them on Instagram, and like I just love what I love about like this music too is like no one can ever take away what they contributed, to the music, to the culture. Like that album will go down in history, maybe not like everybody heard it, but enough people know about it that it'll always be respected. And that's how I want to do, like at least leave my mark so that people can go back or people that consider some of my music like that timeless. I left my mark, and what else can you do?
You want to hear something crazy that y'all said those albums? So I heard Kanye West one time. He said his very first album, he said he only had money for one. And he had to pick between the UMCs and Tribe Called Quest. Wow. So he stole them.
I heard. Oh, I think I heard that.
Crazy.
Yeah, he wanted both of them, so he stole it. But it's funny, y'all both said those albums.
That's wild.
That's funny, man. We're onto something.
All right, and then the last question is what's one word that defines you?
I'd say for me is loyal. I'll ride something out to the end. You know.
What defines me, huh? I'm gonna say humorous.
Would you be doing jokes and stuff, or
Just being funny, like trying to make somebody laugh, make myself laugh.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care who laughs, as long as I laugh.
that's what they say? They say, don't take life too serious. You never make it out alive. So shit.
Yeah.
It's a good saying.
Yeah.
It could be tough sometimes, but yeah, I mean that would be the goal.
And then so what would y'all like to say to y'all fans and supporters?
Let's say go get that album, Kumo Dese. I mean, we worked hard on it, and I mean, show some support, man. We sell these vinyls. There's gonna be more to come. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, who else is putting out music like this in 2025? And
Right.
thanks to the people I've already showed love and hit us up, giving us feedback, because I mean that's really the only reason why we're doing it, because we know that people there's still an audience for this, and we want to reach those people and just allow them to continue to be receptive to what we're doing and make them happy with the music.
Yeah, I said also I wanted to like I said, I wanted to shout out Kumo D too, because I remember he was like one of the first people. Like I remember Wild Wild West when I first started listening to hip hop. I remember that song. And I remember Jay-Z, LL Cool J going against each other. But it seems like he don't get nobody really says his name now. So that's why I was happy that people gotta do their research to know who you're talking about. But I still, yeah, nobody talks about him like that. I don't hear nobody talking about him. I don't see no interviews with him or nothing.
Yeah,
I was waiting for him to come back around and do like a versus.
Yeah, like I said, that was my whole thing with the hip hop 50th, the anniversary, when they had all the rappers, because they was excluding a lot of people. So because I didn't see him on anything. It was a lot of rappers I felt like should have
there's
been
a lot of pioneers.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man. Oh man, I ended his career almost like cannabis, pretty much.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Mama said knock you out. That was a pretty big. Wasn't that directed?
I had that cassette. I had that cassette tape back in the day. I remember.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I always look at what they say. I look at when they say LL walk so Ja Rule can fly. I mean, no, LL ran so Ja Rule can run and Drake can fly. So I just
right.
If you didn't have no LL, you wouldn't have no Drake now, because that's all Drake is pretty much, is LL Cool J with more singing.
Yeah, the current version of it. Yeah,
I like when Drake spits, but I mean lately he's just been mostly singing.
Yeah, now I'm trying to see what's going on now, because it's like Joey Badass is trying to go at Kendrick. So I'm trying to see, because they like now you got somebody that can really spit, but you ain't trying to go at him. So we trying to see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I want to say thank y'all for coming through Politickin with me.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
No doubt. Y'all got any y'all want to tell me how to hit y'all up on social media?
Pretty much I'm Big Dese on Dese 100 on Instagram, but YouTube and TikTok, Big Dese.
Yeah. And I'm just really on Instagram, that dude confidence.
Y'all got any shout outs?
Well, Dese is always rhyming on there. I'm always posting beats. So, I mean, if you want to hear some of that vibe that we just did, I mean, just log on. Check the page.
Yeah, I see on these. You be on there. You do a lot of freestyles.
Yeah. I was on a little streak of freestyles, but
you doing off the dome, or they just written?
Nah. I mean, I am nice off the dome. Like that's what I'm most known off the dome. I mean, I'm from that era of freestyling, but those are written.
All right. All right, y'all. Well, till the next time, man. I'll get at y'all. Y'all stay in touch. Do this again in the future.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thanks again for having us.
All right, y'all. We out, y'all. Check me out at PoPolitickin.
All right, chill.
All right, man.
Peace, y'all. All right, y'all. We out till the next time. Make sure y'all check us out. Hope everybody been doing good, man. I've been chilling. I'm alive. Yeah, man. So it was a good interview. I really like doing this interview. Good time talking to them. So we out. Make sure you check me out on everywhere you listen to podcasts, and follow me on Instagram or X or Facebook. I'll holler at y'all.
The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when you kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin, about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years, putting in 10,000 hours. It empowers careers from the baby and Megan the Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life, currency in the party with MC Light. J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop in my Apple Watch, smoking Fraggle Rocks. 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when you kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.